Hey, my name's Bonnie, streaming from Awabakal and Warramai Land, and this is The Good Stuff on Newcastle Live.
This is
Good.
stuff.
The good stuff.
Welcome back to The Good Stuff. Coming up on the show today, we'll be joined by the Executive Director of HIA Hunter. We'll tell you about some new tech being installed on Derby Street, and Dan will tell us about the advanced screenings of the John Farnham doco this weekend. But first, it's time to find out what's happening around Newcastle and the Hunter tonight.
This is where it
Sounds good.
good stuff.
It's Thursday Jazz Jam tonight at the Grand Hotel with the Adam Miller House Band. The Argenton Hotel will host Fast and Furious themed trivia. It's Creative Creatures open mic night at the Lasagari. And everyone will be jive talking tomorrow after the Australian Bee Gees show takes to the stage at the Cessnock Performing Arts Centre. But that's only some of the great stuff happening around the region tonight. For more, head to newcastlelive.com.au.
Newcastle Live. Newcastle Live.
In the coming weeks, City of Newcastle will install some parking sensors on Derby Street in the hopes to improve parking availability. The sensors will help customers find a parking space on the busy street. This initiative is set to improve convenience and contribute to the economic growth of local businesses. To find out more, head to newcastlelive.com.au or check us out on Facebook to find out what everyone's talking about. Coming up next, we'll chat about the HIA Building and Renovation Show. The good stuff. The HIA Building and Renovation Show is a great place for those looking to kickstart their next major building project. With over 100 businesses, lifestyle demonstrations, colour consultations and loads more, this is a free and not to miss event that will take place on Saturday the 27th of May. To find out what's happening on the day, it's my pleasure to welcome to The Good Stuff HIA's Executive Director for the Hunter, Craig Jennion. Thanks for joining us today.
Thanks for having me.
No problem at all. So the HIA Building and Renovation Show is absolutely packed to the brim with opportunities and free expert advice. Can you tell us about some of the highlights of the day?
Certainly. The key bit is the opportunity to get in front of over 100 exhibitors and ask all those questions you've always wanted to ask or you're not quite sure about, the ability to look at different products and services that are available in the sector, and more importantly, go in the draw to hopefully win a $20,000 bathroom renovation, thanks to the guys at Designo and Highgrove Bathrooms.
Yeah, wow. What a great opportunity. So how do you actually get involved to go in the draw to win that major prize?
Simply turn up on the day. It's a completely free event each year, and what you will have to do is just fill in an entry form on arrival and pop it in the barrel at the Designo Bathrooms display.
So with over 100 different businesses there, what are some of the categories of different advice that you can receive on the day?
We get a variety of people coming through the door. So around 50% of people are doing a renovation and 50% are doing a new dwelling. And so subject to what you're looking for, the key ones that are always very popular are the kitchen and bathroom areas. And so the ability to go and talk to a kitchen designer or a kitchen manufacturer or some of the suppliers that provide products that go into the kitchen, like whether it's stone or whether it's the laminate bench tops or the doors. You can actually come and look at all their colours and samples and get some really good ideas about the design that you're looking for. Same for the bathrooms, but also just what we call general construction items. So everything from how do I go about doing my piering at the underground level, through to pavers, through to roofs, to all sorts of different elements that go into building a home. You can come and have a look at some of the products and services available.
And how important do you think it is to actually get that expert advice rather than just kind of, maybe looking at some YouTube videos, having that tailored advice?
I think what's really valuable is these days there's many ways you can get inspiration. A lot of it, for example, could be through looking at Pinterest photos and getting some ideas. But the actual hardest bit is obviously trying to join it all together. And what's really great is, particularly on this open day, is what we call our Ask an Expert. So all of our exhibitors are experts, but you're able to sit down with some of these guys and say, look, we're thinking of doing X, Y, and Z. And often you can get some really good advice of saying, well, maybe don't do it that way. Have you thought about moving the pantry to here? Or have you thought about knocking this wall out and building out to under the eave and doing all sorts of different things that people often don't think are possible because they sometimes think that it's going to cost a lot of money. And sometimes they can say, no, for not much extra or for the same value, we can give you this. And that's the exciting bit, is when people walk out of here going, oh, more to think about.
Yeah, absolutely. Now, Bristol Paints will be there for some colour consultations throughout the day. I'd love to know, how often do the trends for colours change?
Oh, continually. Historically, we would often be following other countries and be a couple of years behind. But now, obviously, we're actually almost at the forefront of all the latest colours and trends, and we're able to see what is coming back. And one of the things I was excited to hear is coming back in a big way is wallpaper and all the different colours and shapes that they come in these days.
Wow.
The design days are really popular. And I know that at our show last year, they were very popular to have a look at the colour books and see the latest colours and trends.
Yeah, right. And I think one of the big trends that I've noticed on TikTok actually is being able to renovate without renovating, for renters and stuff like that. And the wallpaper seems to be a really great way of doing that.
It certainly is. And with the technology now, you can apply it, and the glues and the way they're done, they're not like in the 70s where once you stuck it up, it was up for 50 years and almost impossible to get off. These days, you can go to your local HIA shop and hire a wallpaper remover and remove it, or obviously add more wallpaper on top of it, or look at changing the paint colours. But they're really simple ways that you can make a really dramatic change in the look and feel of your home. Obviously, it's the colour that you walk into, whether it's a warm or a lighter colour. It's a really affordable way of making a substantial change to your home.
Yeah, brilliant. And there are also going to be activities on the day for the little ones. Can you tell us about some of the things that are planned?
Yeah, it's really important that we ensure that the kids, when they're wandering around, come out having as much fun as the parents. And so we've always tried to make sure that it is a family-friendly event. And so we've got everything from some mascots walking around. Bob the Builder and Raymond the Ram will be wandering around. We'll also have what we call the kids' game play area outside, where we've got a whole lot of oversized games where they can have a little bit of fun. And most importantly, face painting. Kids always love face painting.
Yes, it's a key element of any show. And there will also be food available on the day. Can you tell us about some of the options?
Yeah, we always like to put on a barbecue for the HIA Charitable Foundation. This year, those funds going towards Beyond Blue in particular as well, to be able to support mental health incentives for the industry. We'll also be having a coffee cart, doing some food and beverage as well.
Brilliant. Okay, so this day is happening on Saturday, May 27. It's completely free. It will be on between 10 and 3 p.m. And it's happening in the Steel River Estate at HIA Home Inspirations. Are there any tips that you can give about getting to the location?
Fortunately, we're the first building in as you enter Steel River Estate, but as you come in and turn right on to Murray Dwyer Circuit, you'll see us there, and lots of signage and lots of vehicles. We've got plenty of parking on site, but also if you head further up the hill past the service station, we have a large a church at the top of the hill, which is quite happy for us to use their parking lot, and we'll have some signage there as well. So plenty of opportunities to park and come in and have a look. Excellent.
Well, Craig, thank you so much for spending some time with us today.
Thanks for your time. Greatly appreciated.
Good stuff.
This weekend, cinemas around the Hunter will host special advanced screenings of the new John Farnham documentary before its official release next week. The documentary promises to take audiences on a journey of the untold story, from his rise from humble beginnings in the suburbs of Melbourne to his 60s pop fame, and then through the highs and lows that led to his record-breaking success. To find out more, head to newcastlelive.com.au.
Good stuff. That's it for the good stuff today. We'd love to say a big thanks to HIA's Executive Director, Craig Jennion. Be sure to head along to the Building and Renovation Show happening on Saturday, the 27th of May. Coming up tomorrow, we'll have our very first instalment of the live stuff. It will feature 3 live performances that were shot right here in our warehouse, and also one from the archives. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you at 4 p.m. tomorrow for more of the good stuff.